Hey y'all, it's Early Career Academic. In this video, I'm going to be taking you along with me as I clean up after my son's first birthday. The theme was One Cool Dude, which is why there's mustaches and sunglasses everywhere. It was super cute. But I had set up across the whole house little areas for the party. Here's the favor bag. I'm really proud of it. It went over really well with all the kids. And here you can see the aftermath. The toy corner was totally destroyed. The kitchen was a disaster. It wasn't maybe as bad as I'm making it sound because I think my mother-in-law did a little bit of cleaning before we ended the night. But as you can see, there's just stuff everywhere. There's all the presents we opened but didn't put away, the wrapping paper, just party debris all over the place. So I had my work cut out for me. Started with my favorite energy drink. This is the Alani peach flavor in case you're interested, and I tackled the kitchen first. A lot of this stuff just needed to be put away, but some of it did need to be cleaned as well. The party was actually really fun, with the exception of my son, who was very overwhelmed by everyone in the house, and especially the men that he didn't know. Every time one of them looked in his general direction, he would burst into tears. So he was just having like a very emotional day, which I get. He's 1 year old. I mean, what are we going to do? So he just clung to me most of the party, which was fine. It still went off without a hitch. We had a lot of fun. The kids went crazy. They had a blast with all the toys. The food, I think, turned out really well. There's some things I would do differently next time, but all in all, I had good reviews. One of my friends who's a new mom, her son's only 6 months old, she was saying, I'm taking notes for my son's first birthday, which was really, really sweet of her to say. There's just a few like special things that we did, and one of the most memorable things is I found these sticky like fake mustaches because the theme was One Cool Dude. So we had little like sunglasses and mustaches, and everyone kind of got into it, and at one point or another everyone ended up with a mustache on their face. It was just really super cute. I kind of like adding a little bit of whimsy to any party that I host. And as I was telling a friend of mine recently, I like to go all out with parties. I'm just really into hosting. But obviously, since my daughter was born and then subsequently my son, my heart was not in it. I think because I was just very sleep deprived and, between work and being a mom to 2 under 2 or 2 and under now, it's just a lot. It just takes a lot of you. And I really enjoy hosting, but you only have so much bandwidth for stuff. And this is the first party I've hosted since my kids were born that I actually felt more like myself doing it. So I was really happy about it. And the weather cooperated. It was sunny, still a little chilly to be outside, but I did set up a lot of toys on the deck so that the screened-in porch so that the kids could run out there and play around, get some fresh air, come back in when they got a little chilly, but just to give some kids some options. Plus we had the downstairs where some of the older kids played video games, and it was just kind of nice. We could spread out throughout the house. Here I'm just kind of getting we didn't have that many dishes, but I'm getting them in the dishwasher here. And just trying to like put things away and organize. I didn't know where my husband put the crock pot base, so that's still sitting out on the counter waiting for him to come home to tell me where it is. Now, I thought this camera had a better view of the room, but here I'm just taking down decorations and tossing the tablecloth that everyone used to eat on. These little things I'm taking off the wall are actually reusable, so I'm folding them closed so I can reuse them for future party. I think they're really clever, but I mean, they've only got so many uses in them, but most of them survived this time, and I'll probably get at least one more use out of them before I have to check them. But the dining room was fairly quick. We just tidied up the table. This room took a little longer because there was a lot. There was all the garbage from the present opening, and then of course the various tablecloths and decorations. I even found a half-eaten cupcake behind some of these bags, so there was quite a bit. Now, one of the things I do like to do is I like to look around and see like what could I gift on the Buy Nothing group? Is there anything reusable, like something someone would want? And I did collect, the banners and the number one balloon, which isn't filled with helium, to post on the Buy Nothing. See if anyone has, a kid's birthday coming up that they can reuse these for. I just like to try to be to have as little waste as possible, even though it's definitely hard, as you can see as I'm filling up the garbage bag. And here I'm just shifting the gifts to another area of the house so I can go through them later. The other thing I did is I did look in our fridge because I made way too much food, as is usual. And I did post some on the Buy Nothing as flash gifts, so I have a few people coming over to pick some stuff up. There's just way too much. We could never eat it, and it would not freeze well. So I kind of evaluate that as well after a party. I'm in the living room now, one side of it anyway, so you can kind of see what I'm doing on this side of it, which is mainly picking up toys and putting them in the toy corner so that I can sort them later. You know how it is when there's a lot of little kids in your house. They just kind of go crazy and everything ends up everywhere, which is fine. I like that they had fun. And here I'm going through the party box where I keep like miscellaneous party supplies like that we might reuse again. As I said, those little fan things that I took off the wall in the dining room, and then taking out, of course, the stuff that I'll be posting on the Buy Nothing. And in general, just cleaning up from the morning. This is all kind of one ball of wax. I hadn't even had time to like put the stuff from my kids' breakfast away, so that's what I'm doing there. This is the other side of the living room. It's a small room, but I only have so many places to put the camera. And I apologize, y'all. I'm doing this with my phone and no tripod. Even though I have a tripod, I just need to remember to bring it downstairs when I'm doing stuff like this. I really liked you can see on the mantle all the little pictures of my son, one from each month of his life, and then like 2 extra, I think. My sister did it for my daughter's birthday, and I had these frames left over from that, so I got it together in time and ordered the pictures, and I just was really pleased with it. I'm going to keep it up for a little while before we take that stuff down. Here I am organizing the toy corner. So just, putting things back, and I try to keep it as manageable as possible. I'll get into like my toy philosophy in a second, but here I'm just kind of, my daughter and my son, like to play in their toy corner, but if it's too chaotic, it's hard for them. Now we get to the gifts. We were so, blessed and lucky from our friends and our family to get such amazing things, a lot of which were clothes, thankfully, because my son is just growing out of everything left and right. But definitely some toys as well. And I tried to, if they asked, give suggestions for stuff that we didn't already have. My kids being so close together, that means there's a lot of toys. But I try to shift some stuff like around the house and also keep some stuff for later, like a rainy day, a snow day, a travel day, something like that. So you can see this is the cleaned up version. There's still stuff places, like this table needs to go out. The crock pot needs to be put away and so on and so forth. But I'm feeling pretty happy with it. So thanks for watching this little vlog. I hope you found it interesting. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. I will see you back here soon. Thanks, guys.